Right, y'all, give it up, give it up, give it up. I definitely want to commend all the filmmakers, all the creatives, all the actors, all the concept creators, everybody who had anything to do with these projects. If you guys weren't here for my speech in the beginning, it's just about getting it to this point, getting it to the point of having it. I don't care if it's on YouTube or Tubi or whatever. It's just about having an idea, seeing it through all the trials and tribulations, and getting into this. And I think you saw 6 projects here. One is still in progress. The one about that was a scary one. What's the name of it? What do you want to call it? I was calling Final. That's what I was calling it the wrong thing, but it's Final. The first one was a trailer, and that one is actually still in production, and I'm looking forward to seeing that full project. So what we're gonna do right now, real quick, is anybody here from the project that we saw on the show today? Anybody here? Okay, Victoria, can you step up here for me, Victoria? And Maya, you can step up also, please. So briefly, we're gonna have a brief Q&A, and then my brother Tucker Costello is gonna come to the front, and we're gonna present these 2 awards that we have, and we're gonna wrap this program up. And afterwards, we actually have a dinner right across the street. If anybody wants to attend and do some networking and talk to level by D, that is great. Victoria, you can take your time. We have all day. Monet, you can step up too. Monet, I just wanted to bring these filmmakers up here because they all worked hard on these projects, man. And I just want you guys to take a look and see them. Monique was actually a student, and stand up for a second, guys. I want to take a picture with you guys for a second. No, we can step over. That's Victoria. That's mine. Those are good people. So we're gonna take a picture. Hurry! I didn't see you. Look at you. This way, I'm gonna talk about her in a minute. I'm not gonna talk too much right now about it, but real soon I'm gonna talk about this beautiful person right here. And guys are great. Guys are great. So I want you guys to get your photo out. Me minus me. And I just really want to give you your flowers in this moment. Once again, commending everybody for the work you've done to get yourself to this point, to have your picture up there. Real quick, for the audience, I'm sorry to put you out on the spot. I would love to know if anybody has any questions about any of the projects. It doesn't matter where this. Was that you in that project, brother?
Yes.
I thought that was you, man. Come on up there. You can come up there. Yeah, come on. Huh? Oh, yeah, you guys have a seat. I'm sorry. You guys have a seat. Have a seat. I'm sorry. That was a superhero one, right? All right, cool. I have a question for you too. So I'm glad you're up there. So I'm going to turn it over to the audience real quick. Anybody have any questions? Matter of fact, I hope you do have some questions because I don't want to just run my mouth myself. So raise your hand and please just say it nice and loud. I'm not going to come over there with the mic, so just kind of talk loud.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, artists. I do have a question about the suicide one. Butterflies Jump to. I wanted to know what the outcome was with the trial that the mom did. I wanted to know, was there an outcome at all?
Yeah, so
so that Butterflies Jump 2, there's a larger piece of that, and we do show that she did not win the case.
Wow. That was that's a deep project. I told you when I first saw it, I said, that was need a little comedy before and after that. To me, sometimes just kind of loosen up a little bit.
I'm sorry, but she's still fighting.
Please, I'm sorry.
Go home.
Can you introduce yourself before you answer, please? I'm sorry. I meant to do that for the audience. Introduce yourself first, because they don't know that you won.
Victoria Costello, I'm the director and producer of Butterflies Jump 2.
Thank you. Can I have everybody introduce yourself too? Can I have you introduce yourself, brother?
Sure.
Hi, I'm James Tyler White. I played the superhero in Powerless by Andre Suarez.
Yes.
I'm Maya Baker, and you saw the trailer to my short film, Finals.
I'm Monet Dunham, and you saw the short film, Diagnosis PTSD.
Hi, I'm Haria Muhammad, and I'm the writer and director of Chocolate with Sprinkles.
I'm sorry, I did that little backwards. I should have did that first. I'm sorry. Any other questions for our creatives? Yes.
I actually have 2. I want to know what's next for the superhero, and if you guys have plans to develop it into something bigger. And I also want to know about Diagnosis PTSD. what your inspiration about just talking about it. The format of the talking, like just friends getting together and talking about it. Like I want to know where the idea to talk about trauma, like how that came to be.
Okay, first of all, thank you for all that emotion. So this is our short. There's actually one person here who's in the feature, which we're in post for, and he's sitting right there, Angel. He's right in front of you, actually, with Sherry, my other chair. But these are all very real events. So what happened was I started talking to people, and I was like, my God, we're sitting here with these things festering, inside of us. Um, and I mean, just people sharing with me, being raped, being abused, being beaten, watching, this endless cycle of abuse. And so we got the idea of, because most people think about it as a trauma from war. So actually, a lot of these stories, I'm going to be honest, were inspired by my family. Unfortunately, I do know a lot of people who have suffered a lot, And so one of my brother cousin passed away, and he was in the military. And so what happened to him is he ended up um, pretty much everything that happened to him on active duty, he kind of brought it back. Also, at the risk of getting myself choked later on, my brother was in Afghanistan, and he came back seriously affected. So you guys will see more of our stories in the feature film. So besides my own family, I mean, I talk around, I listen to people, I love talking to people, I love being with people. I'm kind of like Smidge Jr. with more hair. But so that's what it is. I really wanted to open up so the people, because I hate that, me too. But a lot of people have been abused. A lot of people have seen a lot of violence. And these young pumpkins, don't get mad at me, Mom, but they see things. They see everything because their little eyes are looking everywhere. And so that was another reason for bringing up certain things, which are going to come about in the future. So this was just a little snippet. Okay.
Very well done.
Thank you.
Hi, I can't immediately speak for Andre, who wrote, directed, and shot the project. But yes, we all need heroes, and I think a lot of this recurring theme in this festival today is the necessity for heroes in our lives, and everyone is a hero to someone in some shape, form, or fashion. And so, yeah, we're definitely open to developing and creating more with this story, but we'll connect afterwards, and I'll make sure you get in touch with Andre for more information. Yeah.
Great questions. Let's top those questions, guys. Keep talking. Okay, here we go.
In Chocolate with Sprinklers, you said that there was one more thing that needed to be done, and you had a day to do it. And I saw a lot, but I was trying to pinpoint specifically what it was. Was it that they needed to spend a moment of love in a place where they argued forever before they, passed on, or did they need to see their children living together in peace after they were gone? Or they became something?
Well, thank you for that question. That's pretty cool. And I think it gets to the heart of why filmmaking is such a collaborative process, because a lot of times what you put on the page may not be what you capture. And it may not be once you finish with production, what you find you having to edit. And then they say that the final edit is the audience and how the audience interprets the work. And so I think that that's open to interpretation. My intention was that the unfinished business was their relationship and the opportunity for them to really not focus on the business of running the shop, the business of, the recriminations within their relationship, but really just have a chance to just kind of talk openly and honestly with themselves and have that moment of reconnection. That was my intention, but everybody gets something different out of it, And so I think it was unfinished business for the children, because their parents were taken so fast from them and so unexpectedly. And it was unfinished business for the parents too. So, but what did you take? What did you, what was the prevailing feeling for you?
I definitely got that feeling. I turned right over to my lady after I felt what I saw, and I was like, they just needed to have a moment with themselves in that space of business where really business was the focus, and maybe love wasn't. And she needed to feel that love to go in peace about her finding this about how he felt. And clearly, at the end, she showed love to them. She had a fingertips on them before they completed this. It was beautiful. Very well done.
Yeah.
I was very happy you did not answer his question the way he wanted it. Because all I was thinking back there, and I'm thinking about all of the films overall. I'm sorry. I was thinking that answer is for everyone to determine. Like every good answer really is. I can give you the directions, but you got to make your own way. So I love that about the film. It really got that film and the Butterflies film made me send a text to my daughter because we're going through a beef right now, and I don't feel like talking to her 16-year-old testing my behind. But both of those films made me send her a text that we need to really have a conversation. So I appreciate the fact that I can watch these films that were designed and thought about by somebody who is not me, yet it speaks to me. I don't need a mic, bro. I project from wherever I'm at in the room. Thank you very much. But I did want to say I was very excited, Monet, that y'all did a wide shot because I was like, they're not all in the same room. They playing with me. They threw that blue blanket on the couch and they playing with my feelings. But you did a wide shot, so I was very excited by that. Maya, oh my God, I cannot wait to see when that's completed. That got me open so quickly. It was so short, that trailer. It punched me in the gut and in the throat at the same time, and I still wanted more pain. So I can't wait to see how that falls out. Butterflies Jump 2, emotional, amazing, spiritual. Wow. And I can't find my cape, so the hero in me is still working on it. But I love the project. That's all. That's fine. I'm sorry. I just have to speak to everybody.
Just project like Tuffy. Appreciate it.
I wouldn't need a mic, but okay, I'll use it. I love all the films. But I will say the two that hit like close to home was one with the Butterflies because I'm in my last semester of clinical mental health counseling. And the stories we go through, we hear for residency and now that I'm actually with actual clients, the stigma of, Black and Hispanic and not seeing therapists is like horrible. So every single time, I'm getting emotional, but every single time I get someone of color that's on my Zoom, I thank them. I thank them for breaking that cycle.
Amen.
Because y'all don't understand how hard it is for them to show up and just to admit, yes, I have one of my youngest clients is 7. So to have a 7-year-old to a 55-year-old, the age range is, but the fact that they're there, that parent is supporting, is one parent supporting, one parent does it, but that other parent know how important that is, we're changing. Mm-hmm. And that's all that matters, that we're changing the cycle, and films like that, it helps. So thank you for that. The last one, oh my gosh, and I was tearing up because I also end my sessions with also telling the clients, make sure you have your moments. I know what you said, Tuffy, you all gotta interpret it different. Mm-hmm. And that's what cheered me up. I was like, oh, why is the lights coming on so soon? How do you all see? I'm like, eyeliner. You don't got the mascara lashes. You don't got the lashes I can put on here. So yeah, it touched me because I tell my clients, enjoy the moments. You don't know when you're gonna get again. Because when my father passed away, God said my father passed away. We wasn't expecting him to pass away. We was expecting our mother to pass away because she's the one that has the cancer. Gave her 5 years to live, and now she's on year 18, the most of my life. So you expecting that. So you ready mentally, emotionally, you prepared for that. But when the other parent goes, the caregiver goes, then that's when it hits you. And then it's like, wait a minute. First of all, I told him not to go first. Clearly he ain't listening to me. But to go ahead and to go through that, and I now understand grief on a different level. When you lose a parent and you're close to them, the grief level is different. So that's why I make sure that I tell all my clients, enjoy the moments. The moments are so important. And the last thing I always end my sessions with, don't forget to give yourself and others what? And they always say grace. So thank you all.
Yes, please.
I really thank you for that, sis. And it's just so interesting because my experience with my parents is similar to your experience in that when my father passed away, it was very sudden and we didn't expect it because my mother was diagnosed with myeloma and given only 3 years to live. So everybody was focused on my mother. And then my father all of a sudden, passes away, and it's very sudden. And it just, thinking about that, it makes me think about, the idea that I heard about filmmaking in general is that it's about mirrors and windows, and that we tell these stories, as a means of providing a window into our experience and into our lives, but also as a reflection, a reflection back upon you when you watch it and you see yourself on the screen. They say that representation is so important, because it validates your experience as a human being and the value that we have just walking on this earth every single day. So thank you for coming up and sharing that. And I think that the thing that has been so special for me in touring with this film through the film festival circuit is people saying similar to you that, man, it made me think about my mother. And Tuffy, you said it made me call my daughter, and it's similar, folks have said, it made me think about my parents and it made me think about this person or that person. And that's the reason why we make films. And that's the reason why I told this story. So thank you.
Excuse me, any other questions?
Yeah, why you not here? You in the movie too, right?
No, but yeah, I'm a student film. And I want to commend the students on that film. Like I said, that was, oh no, he was one of the, my team, Mr. M, I appreciate it. He's one of our, I'm just waiting for, he's one of our guest instructors for our film program. Yeah, Tuffy actually is the lead instructor for our acting program. And the film you saw, the dating and social media era, was done by all of our students. Our students, most of them was via social media at this time, not social media, Zoom. Is that social media? It's kind of the same thing. So they came up with the idea, the concept, they did the research. One of the students, she was in Chicago. She was actually the lady, her name was Honey. She was the funny character. She was a part of it. We all do a vote. Everybody puts their ideas out, and then the whole class does a vote, and then they came up with, let's shoot that one. And yeah, that's it. So that we just really want to show the students that you can do it. That's the main thing. You can actually do this. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. It's not going to be easy. And I'll just say this real quick and say, cool, notice. Usually our class starts about 50 to 40 students, 40 to 50 students. By the time the class ends, it's at about 10 students. It's not, the class isn't intense, but I think once people realize that there's work, somebody said to themselves, I always want to shoot a movie. Oh, look at this film program. And once they realize that there is some work involved, and every week you come back, I'm going to ask you what you learned last week. I'm going to expect you to build and expound on what we taught last week. And I'm the lead instructor, but my personality now is how it always is. I'm a fun-loving guy, but I love film, and I expect people to take it a bit serious when we are working on it. And so by the time we get to the end, it's usually about 10 students. And to go to show that some of those students that I've had in my class now work in film. They work in film for profession. They stuck it out all the way. I said, you know what? I want to bring you on some sets with me, figure out what you want to do. I can take you as a PA and not get paid for a minute. And when there's money in the budget, you can get paid as a PA, and then you can keep moving. So I have about 6 students from our film class now working in film. They were not working in film when they came to our class. One was actually homeless home. Yeah, I have somebody at Netflix. I have somebody over at Hulu. I have somebody on the building on 57th Street, the big building, the CBS building. Yes, all these people came out of our film program. So as I'm speaking now, I would like to say if anybody wants to join our film program, please see myself or say cool anybody at the end of this session. And enough about me. I just want two things for both all you guys' projects. They all touched a sensibility, and I just wonder. I'm a director and I'm a creative. I write differently, and I'm just wondering when you guys are creating, even though that was a documentary, are you going in saying when you're writing, are you saying I got to touch this emotion, or does it just happen as the project develops? Because when I watch those projects, they all touch me. To you, Victoria, it was a scene in there when the guy talked about having cuts on his body from when he was younger. If I take my shirt right now, you can see the cuts I have on my body when I was younger. I never committed suicide, never tried, but it's called what's it called? Mutilation, something. What's it called? Self-mutilation. I loved it. I love the pain of burning myself. I would put the knife on the stove and let it get blue hot and just put it on my arm, and it felt so good, right? And you don't know that somebody else is going through that also. You think it's just you. Why am I going through this? I was crying and I was in pain. I was a teenager. Obviously, that's dumb. Why would you do that? It's dumb. I mean, but somebody else did it too. He was there. He told you. It wasn't just me doing it. So clearly, there's something to that. When we think of death and parents passing, my parent passed recently, and so when I see that, I actually had a different emotion. I actually smiled at that. I was just so happy at that, the way the parents got together and they watched over their children, and I totally believe that my I really believe that my father's with me still, looking over me. As the woman in the back said, it happened kind of opposite of how we thought it was going to happen. My father just ditched out early, like, "Oh, that wasn't supposed to be you. You didn't have any health issues your whole life." My mother had health issues. She had cancer. She had sarcoidosis. She had all these diseases, and he checked out first. So it was such a shock because we were kind of preparing for mom to leave, and then dad left first, so it kind of throws you off. I just lighten it up, guys. All right. I'm sorry. All right. So what I want to do now, I want to move forward, guys. I'm sorry. I went on.
I just wanted to say, and I know you was using a term, but I just wanted to add on just for everyone outside of your head that what you did, thanks for sharing that, was not stupid. Right. It was for you and many other people like a natural. For a lot of people that is a natural response to trauma, and you can see people just do it. It's a human thing. So it's not don't do it, right? Yeah. But it was not stupid. It was something that your body and your soul needed at the time, and we're glad that you're still here. Right? So keep on being here.
Yeah, thank
you. So what people don't know about me is I was an educator and I worked with kids who self-mutilated as well. And so it was really intense. And I would never let them get away with saying I was stupid either. So I'm glad he said that. I'm glad you said that. But I also want to say something nice and fun because there's like 8, 9, 10 people out here. My whole production crew practically is back there. My daughter, my cousin, line producer, food service, everything. My daughter, associate producer. I mean, I couldn't function without them. Mom is back there. So let's give a shout out to the Super Duper Senior. People that I've come to love, Natalie, Anastasia, videographer, Akil DuPont. You guys need to check that brother out. We just finished a run. He's a filmmaker, and we just did a musical called Underground, which was pretty dope, I gotta say. Janae, trying to hide her face, amazing creative person. And I already gave you guys a shout out for Angel, but sometimes we need to just give a little love to the people who gave us love.
Thank you. What I'd like to do now, guys, I want to, he actually spoke over there a second ago, but I want to give him the proper introduction. This guy named is Tuffy Questel. And I'll be honest and say, this is the person that is the reason I'm up here in this capacity. He's been involved in film forever. Forever. From video music box days, Spike Lee. I mean, you've worked with every director around the world, every producer. You gave me my opportunity, when I didn't want it. I was doing what I was doing, touring the music scene. You kept saying, I think you should be in front of the camera, whatever, Tuffy. Here's something coming up. You should do this, whatever, Tuffy, whatever. I wound up taking them up on it. The first time I acted, I got the part. The first time I auditioned, I got the part. It's a pretty lucrative commercial, right? I did it again. I got another commercial, then some roles on TV, then some this and this. And it was all because of Tuffy, because Tuffy saw something in me that I didn't see myself. That's really what it was, because he kept telling me, hey, you can be in front of the camera. I moved forward and took it serious and started understanding how it works behind the camera. And Tuffy, I'm going to introduce you, but I want you to introduce yourself also, because you have too many accolades for me to speak about. And then I want you to present these 2 awards we have today for these amazing. I'm stop. Tuffy Costello, y'all. Let's go.
Thank you, Smith. And thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. And also, it's funny, you talk about self-mutilation, and some people put themselves in the gym, and that is also, in some cases, self-mutilation, because they're really just beating themselves up to become something that they don't want to necessarily be. Listen, he's going, listen, I've seen Smidge with muscles and hustles, so he's done a little bit of everything over the years, but God is good. We all still here, right? There's work to be done. My name is Tuffy Costello. I'm only 25, but I've been doing this for almost 50 years. I started as an actor, commercials when I was a kid. I remember my management team. I had a company called For Children Only, FCO, back in the 70s. And they tried to convince my parents to move to California. And my dad said, hell no, we ain't going to California for no acting. And that's not how he talks. So I apologize to my father. But he wasn't trying to hear it. And my father's a retired, he's a nurse. He was a nurse. He's retired now, but thank God. They said no, because I wasn't, although I love acting and I'm the best at it. Just so y'all know, if y'all need me, I'm available. I carry a SAG card with me. I got you, girl. No, listen, I just like to have a good time. Life is too short, but I would like I like to share this with all of y'all. Make films. Take opportunities to tell your story. I don't care what color or creed you are. Make films, because people need to hear everybody's perspective at some point or another. And the more the world sees all of our stories, Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, indifferent, transgender, whatever you may or may not be, the more the world sees us, the more the world realizes we have so much more in common than we have different. So much in common. People need to understand that your neighbor is your neighbor for a reason. They eat cake like you eat cake. They make salads like you make. They just some people use French and some people use Thousand Island. So it is what it is. So make the projects and please keep going. I love that. I love the opportunity to make change. And y'all are our future. So we are relying and depending on y'all. And that just means tell your stories in school. Build. During the day, I'm a middle school teacher. I teach music and art at a middle school in the Bronx, pre-K to 8th grade. I love what we do. I teach art. I'm all about it. I love what we do. Okay, so let's get into this award. Are we ready? First one. Thank you, sir. You all saw it. You will applaud it. BHM Film Festival, Best Short Film, Butterflies Jump 2. Give it up to Victoria DaCosta. Congratulations. It's a picture.
Oh, yeah, thank you to the Academy.
Thank you to the Academy. Oh, yes. The camera's over there. Thank you to the Academy.
Thank you to the African Poetry Theater, everyone, my esteemed colleagues, yada, yada, and, keep on fighting, keep on talking to your loved ones. Thank you.
Amen. Yeah. By the way, these jackets are available on his website. I'm kidding. It's all right. Love it, brother. You do? I love that. I need that in the format. Stop playing. Ooh. Yeah, I got it. I can. Thank you. and I want to read it. I want to read it verbatim because I don't want to miss anything. This sister, by the way, I was gonna have one of the stars of her film was gonna call in. Reno and I went to high school together. I know Reno very well. Reno, I'm gonna read this first, and I'm gonna tell you what Reno said. Reno sent your message. Now, I want to say Miss Muhammad's first name proper. A lot of people say Haria, some people say Haraya. Which do you say? Haria. Haria. Don't mess that up. Haria is an award-winning director, writer, and producer whose projects have been invited to the Sundance Film Festival, Tribeca Film Festival, Sundance Film Festival, I said that already, Outfest, New Fest, AFI, Austin Film Festival, New Voices in Black Cinema, American Black Film Festival, and selected by the Criterion Collection. Haria is the 2024 HBO Short Film Competition winner, a 2024 Series Fest winner, and Sundance Creative Producing Award winner whose most recent Oscar qualifying short film that you just watched, Chocolate with Sprinkles, which he both wrote and directed, was nominated for a 2024 NAACP Image Award. Nice. Give it up, y'all. Come on, show that love. He deserves all the applause. Stomp your feet, clap your hands, shake your butt. Haria's directing project often. Yes, keep on clapping. I can do it over while y'all clapping. Often explores those forces seen, both seen and unseen, that guide us on in our lives. Her work invites audiences to take the journey with her as she tackles tough subjects, death, divorce, eviction with humor, and heart. Look at me, I can't read, but that's all right. With humor and heart, Haria's sci-fi digital series Keloid has become a cult favorite, winning all and at all multiple festivals and levels. Her fantasy shorts, Outgrown and Wonders, both toured extensively domestically and internationally, winning multiple Best Short and Best Cinematography awards. Her excellence in storytelling. I want y'all to know I just thumbed it and it moved the wrong way. So, Best Short and Best Cinematography awards. Her excellence in storytelling award at Series Fest 2024. Again, Chocolate with Sprinkles, the 2024 HBO Short Film Competition winner, starring Reno Wilson and Keisha Thompson, I believe, is a heartwarming, and the other three actors who played Max and the kids were great. As busy as Haria is as an artist, she believes strongly in community and puts that belief into action by co-founding the Black TV and Film Collective, a nonprofit arts organization supporting filmmakers of Black and African descent. Haria holds a BS in computer science from Spelman College, and an MBA from NYU. Last but not least, Haria is a loving wife and mother whose happiest moments are spent loving her family. I love that. Yeah. Y'all gotta show some love. Start clapping your hands, stomping your feet. Oh, I'm sorry. And Reno said, I don't know why she's getting a lifetime achievement. He said, tell her, I don't know why she's getting a lifetime achievement award because she's just getting started. That's what Reno said. I just want you to know. I said, I'm gonna tell her just that. He was driving, otherwise he would call right now on FaceTime. But please give it up for a lifetime achievement award, Haria Muhammad. Well deserved, sister. Congratulations.
Listen, I love me a trophy, okay? The Oscar Michaud Award. Oh, wow, what an incredible honor. Thank you so much. No, I got this. Okay. Listen, thank you. Smidge is one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. So thank you so much, Smidge. And I'm just so honored to be here. Thank everyone for coming out today to see our short films. And thank you for continuing to support the storytellers, in your lives. And thank you for continuing to tell your own stories, whatever form that may be in, whether that's around the kitchen table, whether that's in the car, on the drives, whether you're a writer, a painter, a poet, an artist, a filmmaker, just don't stop, because we need to hear, the experience of someone else to help us to make sense of what's happening to ourselves. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And God bless you all.
Yes. I want to tell people I know her. You make sure you follow everyone on this panel on Instagram, on social media programs and platforms, because supporting them supports their future endeavors. Also follow African Poetry Theater, and it's with a K, African Poetry Theater on Instagram and social media platforms as well as HV Films, which is Smidge McBee. Mr. M, are you gonna gonna come up here and say anything, sir? I hope you all had a wonderful day. Happy Saturday. God bless you. Be encouraged. Be encouraged to keep going forward. I know we get tired, but don't stop. Don't stop. Get it. Get it. And I say that with the most reverence.
One second, guys, before we depart, um, before you guys leave, I would love for you guys. We have a nice step and repeat outside in the front. I would love all of us to go out there, take some pictures. This is my guy, say, cool. He loves taking a bunch of pictures. We have a up photographer in the back. We want to take as many pictures as possible to remember this beautiful event. I thank everybody for coming out. And as Tuffy said, please keep shooting. Follow me on IG. It's HB_films. If anybody wants to work on any projects together, please reach out to me. I love working in film. Our film program is coming up. Our film and acting programs are both coming up shortly. April, and then the other one commences in about May. So if anybody's interested, it doesn't have to be you, but if you have a family member, a friend, a son, daughter, 8 to 80, crippled or crazy, we've had our youngest student, Emperor, was about 10. Our oldest student was about 57, I believe. So doesn't matter. If you want to learn film, you want to be involved with the process, you want to make a great independent film and have it shown here next year or anywhere else, who knows? Let's start. We got to start somewhere, guys. And real quick, I just wanted to shout out Miss Haree Muhammad. I knew her and I met her on a project in, what was you calling? You was calling yourself Dragon Slayer. Do you remember that? She was a producer at the time. And man, when you say Dragon Slayer, like, if anybody knows the things that can go wrong with trying to get a project finished, I'm pretty sure we all know that. And when I say calm under pressure, I never saw her sweat. I never heard her. Do you cuss? I never heard you cuss. I never saw you scream, yell, be mad. I'd be mad. And I'm like, I'm just working for you. I'm mad at her. But she really keeps ascending and keeps pushing. And when you have somebody like this on your team and around you, you feel like it's going to get done. You feel like you can achieve. You inspire. And I want to shout out Okima also, because she inspires also. And Okima actually made this happen for me. I was speaking back and forth to Okima to make sure she was a part of this. Sekou was actually the one I can't take full credit. Sekou, who doesn't know Miss Haria, he brought you up to me. He said, hey, I think we should give this person an award. I'm like, Haria? I know her. It's a small world. So it wasn't me. This wasn't like a friendship award. No, this was an award that was well-deserved for the work that she's been putting in, guys. Let's aspire to be Haria. Let's aspire to all lift each other up and keep moving forward, guys. Thank you for coming. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Your mic is up? We can use one. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay, real quick. Mr. Emmons, want to say something before we leave, guys?
Nothing left for me to say, but I do want to congratulate all the filmmakers here and thank everybody for coming out. All right. Once again, like they said, I'm Mr. M. Helping out with this festival this year. Thank you guys for letting me help out. It's a full circle moment for me as a native from Queens who used to go to the African Poetry Theater as a little kid, 4 years old. So I want to say that what the African Poetry Theater does, you know what I mean, for the community, you guys are supporting that right now. So I really want to thank everybody who came out. You know what I mean? I don't want to shout everybody out because I don't want to miss anybody, but we're all going to get something to eat down the block at Urban Vegan Roots on 35th and 31st.
I don't really know.
All right. It's really like a short walk from here. So I need everybody to put Urban Vegan Roots in your GPS and just walk down the block so we can all, network and eat some good vegan food. And let's definitely take some pictures, like you said, about a step and repeat. Once again, thank you all.
Any questions or inquiries before we leave, guys? The floor is yours.
Can you repeat your Instagram?
HV_films.
H as in Harry, V as in Victor, _FILMS.
By the way, I would be remiss if I did not shout out my man Spider, who is an amazing producer. My dude, he produced for one of my favorite. I mean, I'm not even going. You know what I'm gonna say, but I'm not gonna say it. But you know who you are. And y'all, if y'all don't know, y'all better learn.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We give a shout out. Shout out to Natural right next to him. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dora, who's a fellow board member of the Queens World Film Festival with me. Shout out to Tamara, who's a co-founder of Street Smarts Movement, the organization that we started when we was kids in college. And shout out to the Museum of Moving Image. That young lady right there, I don't want to mess your name up, Tiffany. Thank you so much for everything. I know I was a
Yes, we
headache.
love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all the help.
Anything else, Tiffany?
Oh, no, yes, thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, question.
This concerns the filmmakers. I'm a firm believer in accountability being everything. So with that being said, what type of steps and ideas did you come up with in order to stay focused so you can achieve the results that you want?
So he was paying the parking meter when the Right. Q&A was going on. So
Wait,
wait until the last second to ask a 30-minute question. Victoria?
Look at one answer.
One answer from Victoria.
Act like, what was the,
What
were the steps?
yeah,
What were the
a lot of,
steps?
What motivates you to keep going in order to get the results?
well, you know, just every day the film is not out. This film is actually the feature, but it's not done yet. So I wanted to do a short version because every day that it's not out, we are losing the butterflies, right? And so that's my inspiration. With every news flash, everything when you see on social media, it's like, all right, that's on our watch. You know what I mean? So that's how I felt about it. So that was pretty much the inspiration. And also when you get latched onto some of these families, it's like now you're a part of the family and you can't be like, oh, I don't want to today. I went to the party, or you're locked in. So that was not even a choice not to keep on family. You know?
Can I just add one thing to that? And I mean, you just have to have people around you that you're doing it with. You know, this is a very isolating type of endeavor, writing, you know, working in this industry. But look at all these folks, they helping each other. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find somebody that's going to help you and be committed to it with you so that you guys keep going together. Because if it's just you be like, you know, this is not important enough, I want to stop, etc. So find folks around you that's going to push you.
See the vision. Thank you.
That's a great
Urban
answer, yes.
vegan roots. Urban vegan roots.
All right, guys, like I said, outside the front, we're gonna take some pictures. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tiffany, so much. I appreciate it.
I know you didn't get one out. I got to go back.
I know. Thank you for pulling up,
I
though.
had to.
Did y'all like it or was it boring? What y'all think? I'm talking to the kids, yo.
I'm mad I couldn't even see more.
Oh,